Good morning and happy Friday to you and everyone. Welcome. This is a live English lesson on Friday, April 20th. It's actually April 20th on the calendar, but if you're in New York right now, you'll notice that the temperature is around 3 or 4 degrees Celsius, and it's windy, and it feels like January 93rd. It's really, really cold outside. Oh my God, and windy. I don't know when the spring is going to come here in New York, but I hope that spring decides to show up pretty quickly because I know I'm tired of the cold weather here. The high temperature today is only going to be around 8 or 9 Celsius, and then tonight the temperature should be around 2. Oh my God, at the end of April. That's crazy. Hey, good morning to everyone. Shweta, hi. Rohan, hi. CH Raptor. Diego from Guatemala. Oh, thank you. Hi. Kishore is here. Kumar. Nafishe. I hope I pronounced that right. How are you doing? I'm doing super. It is Friday. Excuse me. It's a Friday, and outside of the cold weather, I'm doing great, and glad to be here for another live English lesson every Tuesday and Friday this month. Shweta has a question. What's the meaning of being able to and how to use it? Be able to is the same as can. You are able to watch this live lesson thanks to the internet and YouTube technology. Be able to. Are you able to? Are you able to drive? Means can you drive? That's what that means. I hope that's helpful. I hope you guys are going to have a nice weekend. It is Friday. The weekend is here. I'm going to go to a cherry blossom festival tomorrow in New York to see the cherry blossoms and see some cultural events. And that's what I'm going to be doing tomorrow. What are you guys doing for this weekend? How is it going, Sam? Good. It's going good. I do have a English lesson for you. We'll get to that in a minute. I would like to remind everybody, if you like my YouTube channel, please subscribe. That would be really awesome if you did. And you can always visit myhappyenglish.com. I've got around 2,000 free English lessons there for you. You can check that out. And of course, hey, please subscribe. I really appreciate that. Nafis, I have a problem to use would. Could you explain would? I can explain would, but I cannot explain would today because there are many, many, many different ways to use would. Let's talk about that at another live lesson. Let me make for that. How to use would. Yeah, that's too complicated for me, and I don't have anything prepared for that for right now, but that's a great question. Shweta says in the gerund form. In the gerund form. Hang on, let me go back and look at that question. Being able to. I am being able to. We generally, Shweta, we generally do not use being able to do that has been great. Yeah, you can use that as a subject. So we use the ing as a subject, like studying English is fun. Being able to speak another language is useful. So that's how that's used. Tanya, hi. I'm here. I am here too. So since everyone is here, so many people are here. One more question, Rohan. I wonder what do I use after want? Want to. After want, you need a verb. I want to eat pizza. I want to drink coffee. Some verbs are followed by a to, like I need to eat pizza. I want to eat pizza. And some verbs are followed by an ing. I enjoy eating pizza. So want is followed by a 2. That's always the rule. Julio, hi, good morning. Kishore, how's the weather over there? Freezing cold. Yep, it's cold. It's really cold. It's too cold. I'm tired of the cold. I hate the cold. Let's see. New York, 5 degrees. 5 degrees on April 20th. That is crazy. All right, let's get to today's English lesson point, if that's okay. So the first thing is, the other day I was talking with a student here in the office, and we were talking about the word awake and wake up. And so let's look at that. So first of all, you should know that awake, wow, I froze. I hope that comes back. All right. Awake is an irregular verb. Awake, awoke, awaken. And also similarly is wake up. So wake up, woke up, woken up. All right. The thing is, we prefer to use wake up instead of using awake. Awake is a very old-fashioned, formal-sounding verb, and I'm going to give you some examples now. Usually, I wake up at 6 a.m. I wake up at 6 a.m. Yes, you can say, I awake at 6 a.m., which is correct English, but it sounds like Shakespeare from, hundreds of years ago. So awake is very old-fashioned. Same in the past tense. I woke up early today. Or you could say, I awoke early today. And again, I awoke early is really old-fashioned sounding English. It sounds like Shakespeare. So, can't recommend it. Good to know when you read novels. It sounds like something that you read. I awoke early sounds like the start of a novel. I awoke early. The thoughts of her were heavy on my head. It's a very formal sound. And the last example there, I was woken up by a noise. I was woken up by a noise. Or I was awoken by a noise. I was awoken by a noise. It's not very, very conversational English to say that. It does sound like Shakespeare or old style English or written English. So that's the basic difference between awake and wake up. And in mind, I've said this before, Americans, when we speak English, we prefer phrasal verbs. So wake up is a phrasal verb, and I would suggest using that. If you say to your friends, oh, I was awoken by a noise. I don't know. Sounds too old-fashioned to me. And then, what else did I want to tell you? Wow, I don't know why this seems to be freezing on my end. I hope it's not freezing on your end. By the way, we do use awake as an adjective. And so we use awake as an adjective with the be verb. He was awake at 1 a.m. Let me see what's going on with this signal. Why? Buffering. Oh, I see what the problem is. Why? Why is that? So we use awake as an adjective. I was awake at 1 a.m. You could call your friend and you can say, hey, Jack, are you awake? Or I'm usually awake at 6 a.m. So we like to use awake as an adjective, but not as a verb. That's the key point, okay? Kishore says I'm tempting him to drink coffee. Sorry. What's the difference between weird, strange, and awkward? Paolo asks. Weird, strange, and awkward. I think that weird is a little bit stronger than strange. But they're pretty similar, almost the same. And awkward is different. Awkward means not comfortable in a social situation. Why does it keep buffering? I don't know why it keeps buffering. YouTube is telling me that my signal is weak. This is the only signal I have. I don't know. Sometimes I wonder about this live technology. I don't know why. I'm sorry for the buffering and for the sound delay. All right, and then the other day somebody asked me about either and neither, and like would, this is a complicated topic, and I wanted to make sure I could give you examples. So let's do it. First of all, we use either with a negative verb, and when we do that, it usually goes at the end of a sentence. Here are some examples. Jack can't swim, and I can't either. Jack can't swim, and I can't either. Bob isn't going, and Tom isn't going either. So with a negative verb, isn't going or can't, we use either, and we put either at the end of a sentence, okay? That's that. Okay. We also use either or. That's a combination, and we do that with a positive verb. Notice the difference in the verbs. Either Jack or Tom will go to the meeting. That's a positive verb. You can have either ice cream or cake. That's a positive verb. You can have. So when we use either or, we use it with a positive verb, just like those examples. The third one is we use neither with negative ideas. Okay, like I could say, hey, neither of you are working hard, if there are two people. Neither of them will go to the meeting. Okay, that's that. And then the fourth pattern is we use neither nor with negative ideas too. Neither Jack nor Tom will go to the meeting. That means Jack will not go to the meeting and Tom will not go to the meeting. So neither Jack nor Tom will go to the meeting. Notice how the verb is not a negative verb here. Okay? The negativity of the sentence comes from nor. So, neither nor. Either or. Either Jack or Tom will go to the meeting. Neither Jack nor Tom will go to the meeting. So those two sentences are different. All right? Let's just take a quick look at that over there. There it is. Either Jack or Tom will go to the meeting. It means maybe Jack will go, maybe Tom will go to the meeting. One of them will go. So we say either Jack or Tom will go to the meeting. But if we look at the bottom example, neither Jack or Tom will go to the meeting. It means both of those guys are not going to the meeting. That's the difference. I enjoy neither jogging nor hiking. That means I don't like jogging and I don't like hiking. Okay, so that's the point with using either and neither. And I'm not really sure what's wrong with the internet connection today, but it seems like the video keeps stopping and stopping and stopping. So sorry about that. Sometimes technology doesn't want to be our friend. So I don't know why it keeps buffering. Mani, hi, following from Algeria. Hey, thank you so much for following from Algeria. How to use up there and over there. It's up there, it's over there. In everyday conversation, we tend to use prepositions like this when we talk about direction. So, have you been to the park? I went up there yesterday. Have you been to the park? I went over there yesterday. There's really no difference between those phrases, and we tend to use up there or over there when it's a place that's very familiar to the listener. So if you know the place and I know the place, I would say, why don't we go over there? If you don't know the place, I would say, why don't we go there? That's the difference. Thanks for asking. All right, one more question. Paolo says, how do you use the phrasal verb wrap up? What an appropriate phrase. Wrap up means to finish doing something, and I think because the internet seems to not want to work with us today, I'm going to wrap up this lesson. Wrap up means to finish something. So I hope that the video comes out better than the live did. I'm really sorry for the technical troubles today. Hey, please subscribe if you like my lessons, even though the technology is not working today. That would be really awesome if you could do that. The next live English lesson is going to be on Tuesday next week at 12:30 New York time. Again, I apologize for the technical issue. I don't know what it is. It's the internet today. All right, that's it for today's English lesson. Have an awesome weekend. I hope you guys have a great time. Thank you so much for joining me. Bye, guys.